signs, it's Arhinna, your tarot life coach, bringing you your May 8th through the 14th weekly. Hey, big hugs, lots of love, high fives, and shoulder rubs. All right, guys, bear with me. I am still battling a stomach virus, so we will see how we make it through these videos. However, instead of doing separate videos for the moon and for the week, I figured, why didn't we just mix these bad boys together and figure out what's going on for each of your signs in this full moon in Scorpio. So that's our focus this week, using a spread from Noble Prince. So big shout outs to her, and I'll have to send her a big thank you. However, we're going to focus on the energy of this full moon coming in. This is, if you remember the reading from the new moon, which came out I think in April. I'm not really for sure, but it came out and it was talking about the energy that Scorpio was bringing in. Now everything is becoming illuminated. Things are becoming like in the big picture. And the focus is, how are you using your resources? And Scorpio is wanting you to go and get your shovel and start digging deep, baby. The full moon is in opposition, and that brings out what we need to face. This one is going to hit us a little bit harder, and it's where we're trying to understand where people are coming from. So the issue is Pluto and Juno, the wife, the asteroid wife. They're forming a powerful T-square with Libra, and it's all about justice, guys. And then we have the Sun in Taurus, which is dealing with ourselves. And then the Scorpio is dealing with others' resources. So this moon is going to be highly beneficial to earth signs and water signs. And the rest of us are going to feel the energy quite differently. So moon sextile Pluto at a full moon means the sun is in trine with Pluto. This awakens the polarities, bringing in intense feelings to the surface. So in relationships, we're either going to move to the next level, or we're going to realize that we don't want this anymore. This is a great time to declutter, and this is a good time to kind of get to the psychological deep issues at hand, okay? Overall intense emotions. Time to deal with our shiznittle, guys. It is time. So Scorpio rules the subconscious, or our shadow side, and in my deck it's represented by Arishkakal, the darkness, okay? And the moon, which is represented by Sin, that's his name. He is a male deity, and he is the god who sees all and dispenses justice. So if I were to combine Arishkakal by the moon, for me that would represent us kind of looking at our dark side and putting it into balance. And it wants us to avoid hiding and repressing his emotions. This is a wonderful time to look at things. Now Jupiter is in Libra, and Jupiter rules our higher learning, our philosophy, and our good luck. Also long distance travel. Uranus rules Uranus rules Aquarius, which is in Aries. Sorry. And this is all about our rebellious side. Is also the great awakener. So imagine this Aries energy with the rebellion. Holy moly, guys, some things are going to be put into action. And remember, Pluto, which is still in retrograde, is in the sign of Capricorn, and this rules over Scorpio. It's about power and control, and Capricorn is one of the most responsible astrological signs. So combining those energies, there's a lot of things that are happening. Pluto is also known as renewal and rebirth. With that being said, guys, the energy that's coming in, we're in the third decan of Scorpio as far as the full moon on how it's falling. It's falling in the cusp, okay? And it takes us to the darker side. And I don't want to focus so much on the darkness. You know, everyone's always, oh, Scorpio is so dark. It's so dark. My daughter's a Scorpio, and she's lovely. Now, she's moody, but she's lovely. And I feel like sometimes the water signs get a bad rap because you guys are very emotional. And that's something that I think is coming through, is this moon is going to help you get more grounded. And the reason why I say grounded is I see more rooted colors right here on the side. And then I see some solar plexus energy coming in. So the way I'm going to break this read down is the line is representing what the moon is bringing in for you guys. I'm all over the place. I apologize. I'm really not feeling 100% right now. And then we have your mind being brought in, your mind, body, and soul, okay? Shaman, Oracle, Native Spirit, Isis deck. And then we'll sum it all up with your crystal and your sacred sites, okay? So the moon is bringing in this lion-like energy for you. And this is self-control and mastering of your emotions. It's time to get things together, guys. You do have the strength and courage to do it. But there's something difficult that's controlling you. And it's all about the way that you handle it. You may feel anger at someone or towards you. Remember, we're dealing with relationships. And this is warning about a threatening situation for you not to overdo it and to understand that there's power in your silence. Reclaiming your space and territory and keeping your family close. This is about being fearless, not being fearless in a way of like, I would say to fear less and to move forward with faith, okay? Time for balance. It's time to assert yourself and your ideas and express the love of your heart, okay? So being playful, having family time, getting lots of rest, because you know that lion is a nice little sleeper. But also, you know, knowing when to attack. A lion never attacks when it's unnecessary. It only attacks for protection and when it's hungry, okay? And it doesn't play around, baby. We go straight for the neck. There's no tussling. We're going straight for the kill, okay? And so that's the thing that the lion is telling you, is kind of sit back, assess your situation before you react, because there is power in your silence, okay? Mentally, you have the hunter of conflict coming in, and there's a situation at hand that you're really needing some guidance. And the hunter of conflict isn't coming in to bring the conflict. It's actually helping you manifest a decision, create peace in your life. While the hunter of strength is telling you no matter how big that problem looks, no matter how much it seems like you're not going to be able to do it, you are able to do it. You have the strength that you need. And I have a lot of rooted energy coming in for you. I think that this is going to be a week for you to get grounded, kind of get where you really want to be, make yourself a plan so that you can use this energy that's coming through for you with this moon, and then illuminate what's happening. Now, physically, in your body, it's telling you storyteller. And if you look at the middle of the card, we have solar plexus energy burning bright. It's time for you to gain confidence in yourself. Whatever situation is at hand this week, or whatever you've been dealing with for a while, this moon is about to illuminate some major life decisions for you. And I know it sounds odd to be like, oh, the moon is going to do this. But no, it's the energies that the planets are aligning together that cause things to happen. If you've ever noticed there's some days that you feel a little bit more tired than others, or just some odd things are happening, if you take a moment and you study astrology or even listen to a good astrologer, you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not as crazy as I thought I was. It's just the energy that's out there. Because sometimes we don't want to believe that those things are out there, but they do control not us individually to an extent, but it does have some power over the way we feel and the way that we're reacting to things. So, storyteller. Physically, it's time for you to work on the way that you're expressing yourself. It's time to express yourself as the victor, not as the victim. You are the lion this week. You are in full control, and it's time for you to speak like you're in control. Now, spiritually, you have a black obsidian, and this is from the Isis deck. And this is the most challenging task, is not to confront an external enemy. Some of y'all are dealing with a past lover or a person from your past, because when I cut the deck to shuffle earlier, I had the Prince of Cups, which is representative of you, with the Six of Cups reversed, and you're dealing with a pain, with a painful heart, okay? So this is the time for healing, bringing love and acceptance and light to it. Now, as you enter into your own shadow, the part of that's hidden from our own awareness, it's usually experienced in relationship to others, and it's often a projection. Okay, so this is where you got to know yourself and know all those parts of yourself, but be able to also love them unconditionally. You must be able to recognize judgments that hold you towards yourself and not truths, but are also patterns. So you're going to notice patterns about yourself in relationships, and they don't have to always be negative, guys. It's not a negative thing to notice patterns, okay? But if you notice that there's a cycle that you're going through and you don't like it, it's time to try something different, okay? The heart has become willing to love unconditionally, and you must be able to witness feelings that arise with kindness, acceptance, but not fall into them overwhelmed, crushed, or deflated by any darkness found within. So this is about going into this chamber and healing your heart space and actually dealing with the situation at hand and realizing that, hey, I might have had some part in this situation. They had some part in this situation, but I'm going to be the bigger person and I'm going to move on. And I think that's what the line is kind of telling you to do, is the power of silence. All right, let's jump into our read. Like I said, this is from Noble Prince. I will put the webpage on the description box. All right, guys, as I cut the deck, I have the King of Cups upright with the Magician. So we have Aquarian energy and the King of Cups, which is you, baby. And both of y'all are looking to be in control. This is also saying you are what? In MF in control, baby. MF in control. Saints Satel, bless this deck and show us the energy that you have for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. My ears are ringing. Woo, ringing bad. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the week of May 8th through the 14th. Show us what this new moon energy has for them. How will they move through this moon energy? And this is your read. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move these cards out of the way. We will refer to them later on. Now, in our first position, we have the Queen of Arrows. Second position, we have the High Priestess. Third, being blessed by her angel. Fourth, the Moon. There's Sin. What up? What up, full moon? And outcome is Strength. All right, you got some good energy coming through. And your overall energy is this of the Emperor. Okay, I need to speed it up, guys. So sorry that I'm going so slow. So, in our first position, we have this Queen of Arrows. And this is what needs to pass on in your life. It's like it's time for a decision, or you're dealing with an air sign who is getting on your nerves, okay? Either way it goes, it's time to cut to the chase and get to the point. All right, let's see what this queen wants us to know. I'm so sorry, my ears are just ringing. Energy around this queen. What does this queen want us to know? What does this queen want us to know? The Chariot reversed. Okay, so this is telling me almost like this queen that's in your life, or you just feel like you can't move on from the situation, and that needs to pass on, baby, because you can move on. You can get up and go. You have the energy to go. And as I'm looking at this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors in your reed water sign. You have a lot going on. And this card is attributed to Cancer. So this is telling me, water sign, you might feel like you're just heavy. Like every time you try to move on, you're unable to go. But that's what needs to pass on. Where will the rebirth happen in your life? Well, it's going to happen in relationships for some, because the High Priestess is the number 2 representative, 2 people coming together. This is also that your intuition is going to be on point. For some of y'all are going to be healing that daughter-father relationship that you have going on, because this is family related also. Now, the stinger to be cautious of during this time, and you see that you're being blessed. So I kind of feel like you might think that everything is against you, but you're actually being blessed, and you need to be careful. Let's see what's coming through. With the Ancestor of Exile. And the Ancestor of Exile is the Rhino Totem. And this is all about feeling like you belong. And I forgot where I read somewhere, someone had put rhinos are the true unicorns. So I feel like you need to realize that you're blessed, that you're unique, and stand up for yourself. This is about intuition. So yes, the High Priestess is highly informing you that your intuition is going to be on point and you need to follow it. Now, where it says you need to be careful for is to not trust the way things look. It's time to look below the surface. But this is being blessing you by restoring your family and letting old wounds heal, okay? This is about your self-worth, your self-understanding, and your self-love. Stop detaching yourself from others. It's time to reattach yourself to family. It's time to become a part of a family, okay? Move closer in. Now, in the 4th position, what emotions are bubbling over? That is, you feel like everything is in darkness. You feel like you don't know what's going on or which way to go. But the truth of the matter is that the moon is illuminating your path. The moon is telling you, hey, you got this. I'm going to say some of y'all are dealing with a fire-like energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it's not working out for you. And the reason why is there's a lion here, lions here, lion here. You have the Emperor at the end, and I'm also picking up the redness that was in the mental area for your read. So with the moon coming in, I just kind of feel like your psychic abilities are going to be coming in this month, this week. I feel like you need to trust your intuition. You really need to bring it back to the family, okay, water sign? Some of y'all have been neglecting family issues because you feel like you're being detached. You feel like you're not able to move on and progress. And the truth of the matter is that you can. I kind of feel, and this is only for half of y'all, this there's an ending of a relationship for some, and it's being really highlighted by this moon because it's resurfacing all this pain and all this neglect that you had in the relationship. And I'm here to tell you that if you face it and you see it for what it is and you trust your intuition and you realize, yeah, this didn't work, but there's going to be something better. There's got to be something better. This isn't the way life is supposed to be. It's almost that you're able to express, I really didn't like the way this happened. I don't want to repeat the cycle, and I'm going to move on to the next, because this is a number 9 attributed to the ending of something, okay? Now, the overall outcome of this lunar cycle is that of strength. That's what you're going to gain. You're going to gain the strength to move on to the next level. The reason why I say level, I know, or the next phase of life, or however you want to put it, is because I have this Emperor here. Some of y'all are dealing with Aries, yes. However, I feel like this Emperor is kind of you going on after you get the strength from the moon, after you get the strength of the revelations that you've been seeking, and you're there to conquer your life and you're ready to move on. And I feel like it's you going to get what you want. Now, in looking at your read, I want to clarify the moon really quickly for you because I want to see what the moon has for you. What does the moon have for water signs? I'm going to tell you guys, you need to learn to listen to everything. Doesn't mean you have to believe it, but listen to it, because my ears are hurting really, really bad. All right, the moon is going to show you that you are no longer tied to any situation. You are not restricted. You can let go of the emotional baggage. You can move on. 2 8s right next to each other shows me that there's a lot of anxiety in the situation. A lot of people are feeling tied down, like things aren't moving forward. But this moon is going to illuminate you, and you're going to see things in a different way. Okay, so like I said, for some who are dealing with a relationship, if it's with a fire sign, you're going to realize that that's just may not be the one for you. Okay, and for others, because not everyone's on the same thing, you're realizing that this person is actually bringing you strength. Okay, but you do have the power to overcome the air sign in your life, or overcome that decision that you're afraid to make. Alrighty, with that being said, let's jump into your Sacred Sites card, which, if you're offended because I'm going to talk about the Bible, I do apologize, but it's just in the card, okay? Now, this is Mount Sinai, and it's all about foundations. Now, when I asked if I should read about the past, the present, and the potential, it told me that I should only read about the potential. I'm going to tell you that this is about foundations, and it's about looking at what it is you want in your life and why, okay? So this talks about worshiping false idols, and ask yourself, what are you worship, whether it's someone or something is worthy of your attention. Now, a lot of times people get this confused, that you think that they make an idol and you make it, but an idol can be anything that you actually are like worshiping, or that you go forth and you put ahead of everything else. Okay, it says, what are you yearning for? Is it cosmetic surgery, celebrityism, a new car, unrequited love, or do you desire something out of your reach? So when it was talking about God demanding that no one should worship false idols, it said perhaps it was for us to prevent us from wasting energy on something that has no spiritual value. Consider carefully what you wish for. Would it really bring you a better life? For example, would the new job you wish for make the most of your talents and attributes? And I would say, is this relationship that you're wishing for, or this friendship that you're wanting so bad, whatever it is that you're wanting so bad, really going to make your life any better? And that's what you have to ask yourself, because this is saying to look beyond the surface. And that's what you're being blessed with this week. I keep saying month, guys. I apologize. So that is your read. I hope that it makes sense. And that's what the moon is bringing in for you. Your sign, or your stone for the full moon is all about love. It is tourmaline. Love energies are most often realized through their expression, overcome grief and sorrow and other traumatic memories. It encourages unity of the male and female energies to bring about balance and steadiness, balancing the yin and the yang. Tourmaline encourages and stimulates the energy flow around the body to promote overall healing. So it calms your nervous tensions, it takes away stress, and it's great with psychosomatic manifestations, okay, and imbalances. Drawing this card indicates it's time to move forward towards unity with all things. I'm telling you, I think water signs, what you have found this last, I would say maybe 3 or 4 weeks, my ears are ringing so bad. So sorry, y'all. Is that you felt very detached and very alone. And not all, remember this is general. And so you've pulled back, and this is telling you to pull forward, to pull in, to go and reach out to people, okay? Connect with nature and let the eternal cycles of life bring you balance and wisdom. So tourmaline will assist during this week. All right, it's going to help you that with the anxiety that you're feeling with those 2 8s, seeing things for what they are and not what you want them to be or what you're perceiving them to be, and making sure that what you're really wishing for is what you really want, and looking at those reasons, going below the surface, using that Plutonian energy to look below, that Scorpion-like energy to go and look at the basis of it. What is the real reason? Do I want this? Is this really for me? And how is it going to benefit me? How can I benefit that? All right. So that is your read, water signs. So sorry that I took so long. I'm moving kind of slow, still kind of sluggish from the stomach virus. But I wanted to get these out to you. So big hugs and lots of love. Hope you guys are blessed this week. If you're interested in a personal read, please feel free to hit me at arianaluciano@gmail.com or on the gram at Ariana Luciano. Also, if you've emailed me and I haven't returned your email from last week, sorry guys, I got kind of sick and I've been really sleeping this one off. It's been rough. All right, be blessed, fam.